Welcome to Instagram Made Easy, the 3-part free mini course. I am so excited to bring this to you so I can help even more small business owners to get more sales, get more clients, get more signups, get more bookings, and ultimately to make more money. There's going to be 3 20-minute videos because we can now share 20-minute reels. So I thought I would take advantage of this. And they're going to be pinned to the top of my reels grid. So you'll see part 1, part 2 and part 3 are there for you to be able to view. Just to sort of let you know a summary of what they're going to include. They're going to include all the recent changes that have been happening on Instagram that you need to know as a small business owner utilizing Instagram to grow your small business. And it's going to be the actual important stuff. I'm not talking about just random aesthetic updates. It's the stuff that's on a deeper level that's actually going to get your content seen by the right people. Also, we're going to talk about how you are going to set yourself up to align with the changes and the expectations that the algorithm has to be able to suggest our content to the right people, and how you're going to create content to align with those changes as well. There's 3 main questions that the algorithm wants to be able to answer quickly when we share a piece of content. So I'm going to be sharing with you those 3 key questions and explaining in further detail how we can be answering those questions effectively so that we are seen by the right people and so that we can make more money. So how are things going to work? So I'm going to have these 3 20-minute videos, but you need to listen along. You can take notes if you want to. When we take notes, it's actually proven that we absorb the information better. And of course, you will have things to refer back to, so you don't have to keep watching the videos back or pausing, stopping, playing. You've got your own set of notes that you can go away with and you can work through. I want you to get involved, so I want you to engage with these videos. So you can like the videos, you can of course save the videos to come back to later, you can share the videos with your friends that have small businesses, and of course you can leave comments below. I will be giving you some prompts to leave comments below, but feel free to put your own thing in the comments. If you do have any questions, the best place to put those would be in the comments of the last video, because that's where I will check every so often if there's been any new questions and answer them over there. So first of all, what I want you to do is I want you to comment below and tell me, what do you do and where are you based? So it's brilliant practice to do this, because when we are small business owners, we are the best people out there that can promote our own businesses. No one is going to do this for us. So pop below, what do you do and where are you from? And whilst you're in the comments as well, you can have a look for other businesses that resonate with you so that you can connect with them, you can chat with them, you can follow them, you can see what they're all about. It's really, really good to build up your community of fellow small business owners so that you have others that you can recommend, you can rely on, you can collaborate with. The possibilities are endless. I am all about community over competition, and I hope that you are too. So before we get into the information, I just want to do a bit of an introduction, because you might be sat there thinking, who are you to tell me what to do on my Instagram? You're a random woman in a random room in Derbyshire on a miserable, rainy, wet day recording these videos. So I thought that it would be good for me to introduce myself so that you know that I'm not just some random person. I have actually got skin in the game when it comes to Instagram and proven results as well. So I grew up as quite an entrepreneurial child / teenager, and I would actually do things like, so I had a shed in my garden that I'd badgered my parents for, and I would set it up as a shop and sell stuff to my neighbours. I would do things like set up in there like a little food stall, or as I got older, a bar, and it was just a little way that I would make money. And I would also do things like I was always babysitting or always just helping out wherever I could just to make some money, always doing those entrepreneurial things, spotting different ways that I could make money. And when I was a teenager, I did my work experience at a hair salon. So it was the hair salon that we all went to as a family, and they allowed me to do my work experience there. I absolutely loved it. I loved the vibe, the buzz. I loved being around other people. I loved the way that they made people feel really good about themselves. I loved chatting to different people. I just loved the whole experience. And I don't know how many people can say that about their work experience, but I absolutely did. And I'm one of those people that once I get stuck into something, I want to be like the best at that thing. So I was the best hairdresser's assistant that I could possibly be. I never ever stopped all day helping the stylists in the salon and helping the clients and whatever else. So they asked me to stay on at the hairdressers, and I used to work there all through my teens and into my late teens on a Saturday, and I used to work evenings after school as well. So really, really, really enjoyed that, and that will lead me to why I did something else in my early 20s. But then what I did was, while I was at the salon and at school, I actually set up a vintage business. So I used to sell vintage clothes on ASOS Marketplace, on eBay, and this is where I actually started my first venture into the social media world. So I started using Facebook pages it was, to actually promote my vintage business. So this is where I started to learn how to create a community of people who were interested in what I had to offer, where I would collect people who would potentially buy from me in the future. So this is where the foundations all came from. This is where I learned the trade of actually using social media to grow a business, because I had to be seen by the right people in order to make the sales. So I absolutely loved doing my vintage stuff, but it did fizzle out as I got a bit older and other things came into play. I went traveling. I went to Australia, I went to Thailand, I went to Malaysia, I went to Singapore. I do love traveling so much, which is why I love doing what I do now. But anyway, and then when I was 21, I actually, after training to be a hairdresser, I actually decided that it wasn't for me anymore, partially, but also I had a shoulder problem. So I couldn't physically be blow drying people's hair all day because it was having too much of a strain on my body. So I thought to myself, right, I love working in customer service. I love making people feel good. I love the buzz of the salon life. Okay, what can I do that's going to not hurt my shoulder but give me that same feeling? So I started doing nails. I did a 5-day nail course initially. Absolutely loved it. I keep saying absolutely loved it, but you'll see that there's a running theme that I tend to do things that I love and just kind of follow that instinct. And I did this 5-day nail course, and then by the end of the 5-day nail course, I was like, right, I'm setting up a business. I'm doing this. I'm going to be a nail technician. So the course finished on the Friday. I set up my business, but by the Sunday, got the socials sorted, got my price list sorted, you name it, I'd done it, and I was there ready for clients. Obviously, I needed a hell of a lot of practice, but also became obsessed with wanting to be the person who was the neatest at painting nails. But anyway, so I set up this business, and again went back to social media, went back to Facebook it was at the time, and started promoting my business. I didn't realise that this was a skill. I didn't realise that there was a way of doing things. I just went for it and was just having success with people finding me, people seeing my work and actually wanting to book in with me. So I did a whole summer of, after my 5-day nail course, growing my business, and then I thought, do you know what, I want to do this properly, I want to go back to college. So I went back to college alongside running my business, and I did the full shebang, nail course and beauty course, and within 8 months I'd done all of those courses and decided that actually I wanted to still specialise in nails. I did do a few other little bits as well, but mainly in nails. While I was at college, the girls in my class would always see me, and I would always have my phone in one hand and my diary in my other hand. And they would say to me, like, where are all these clients coming from? Because my phone would always be buzzing with messages, people wanting to book in and whatnot. And I was like, I don't know, I just post on Facebook, fair enough, I did post a lot, and people find me and then they asked me to book in. And by this time, the Instagram had kicked in as well, so that was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I was posting on there as well as Facebook. So they started like asking me questions about how they could set up their own pages and how they would be, wanting to have their own businesses when they'd finished their courses and things. And then they nicknamed me the Client Hunter. So that is where my nickname, the Client Hunter, comes from. It was my college nickname and now is my business name. So after I finished the college course, my business just grew and grew and grew. Obviously, continued posting, always have been known for creating content. And when I was 23, I actually opened my own salon. So I actually worked from home from 21 to 23. And then when I was 23, opened my own salon. Did not have a clue what I was doing, but I went for it anyway. We actually opened in a business centre, so we didn't have a shop front. So I knew I needed to rely heavily on social media to grow this business even further. So eventually, over the decade of having our salon, I became an educator for Cuccio, teaching people how to do nails. I travelled abroad educating, had loads and loads of really cool experiences. We had highs and we had massive lows. I also had 2 of my girls when I worked at the salon. And we had COVID, we had lockdowns, we had all of those kind of things to contend with as well. But overall, we had 11 team members by the time that I handed the salon over, and the salon was thriving. We had used social media to our advantage, to its absolute maximum, to be able to get everyone in our salon fully booked and to be able to be recognised for things like awards, being top rated, all of this amazing stuff with the salon. So proud of what we achieved over that decade. The thing is though, it all did stem from us having those really, really strong socials. So I was using the socials to grow the salon, to fill my column, and then I was showing our other self-employed team members, all of our team members were self-employed, to be able to use it to grow their businesses. And I had a lot of clients who would come into me and have their nails done, and they would pick my brains about social media. I attracted a lot of people that had their own businesses who then wanted to know more about what I was doing. I still didn't click though that I could do this as a job just yet. It took me a little while to get my head around that. So I actually started the mentoring alongside the end of my sort of salon days. And it took me a good 9 months to actually get the courage to go for it and set this business up. But I am so glad that I did. Started off as just an Instagram page sharing some tips and advice. And that side hustle where I was meant to be offering a little bit of mentoring has turned into an incredible multi-6-figure business, which makes me just want to pinch myself when I say that kind of thing. I now have 4 girls, so I've got 4 little girls, and I home educate my children. Ultimately, what I do within my business nowadays is I teach females in business to grow their own businesses and to make more money by marketing themselves in simple, effective ways. Everything that I do and everything that I teach is pared down into the simplest possible way so that it is doable alongside running a small business, alongside everything else that we have to deal with, whether that be family life, pets, parents, whatever it may be. So I want to show you how you can grow your Instagram with real people, so that you can actually increase your income, not just your insights. We're not here for the vanity metrics. We are here for the real deal, increasing our income. And I am living proof that this can be done. My salon never had a shop front, grew and grew and grew. We had a really successful business. Mentoring, every single client, all my members, they've come from social media, from me promoting my services on social media. So I just wanted to say that because it proves then that I have skin in the game. I have actually walked along that path that you are walking along, and I have done it. I have been there. Every day I get messages from my clients about their wins, which is really, really exciting. And I thought that I would read some of these out to you. So recently I had a client message me that she had doubled her income in 1 year. So she had gone from making about 5k a month, and then she's just hit her first 10k a month. So she has completely doubled her income. I had someone join the membership recently who was literally just about to give up on her business. She was going to give it one last shot, join the membership, and she's gone from crickets to absolutely fully booked. In her first weekend in joining the Female Entrepreneur Content Club, which is my membership, she actually went from, like I say, quiet, didn't have any clients coming in, nothing fresh coming in, to having 70 inquiries in one weekend. I've had clients that are having incredible opportunities from social media to go on the news or to be broadcasted in podcasts and all different areas, and also being recognised for awards due to the quality of their social media. And the last one that I just want to share is someone who has a very, very niche business. And what she's done is she has gone from a few £1,000s a month, and then she recently texted me to say, after a notoriously quiet spell and typically quiet spell in her business, she just hit her a 7k month. We do all have limiting beliefs, limiting blocks, and that is me included. And what I like to do is I help to encourage you to do the things that are holding you back. And one of my favourite sayings is get out of your own way. Usually it's you that's holding you back. Social media should be an enjoyable part of your business and something that you get a return on. Your efforts, your time and your energy should be getting a healthy return. How many of these can you relate to? So you can either just have a think about them, or what you can do is you can pop your answers in the comments below. Okay, number 1, you don't attract ideal followers on Instagram. Number 2, you struggle to think of content ideas. Number 3, you don't know what to post. Number 4, your current followers aren't engaging or converting. Okay, I've got another set now, and these are going to be A, B, C, D. So either have a think about them, or you can let me know what you think in the comments. A, you would love to see a return on investment on your time spent on social media. B, you want to get more sales or bookings, and bookings. C, you want to make more money. And D, you are open to trying new ideas to help you to grow. If you answered yes to any of those statements, you are in the right place right now, because I am going to help you to understand how you can use social media in so much more of an effective way. Social media has been the catalyst to me reaching my goals, going from a few K a month to 20 to 30k months. As I said before, I home educate my kids, and my husband stays at home and he is studying at the minute. I've got flexibility and freedom, and I am securing a future for all of us. I still struggle with mental health, and also hormones just have absolutely battered me over the years. But I have some massive ups and downs, but I always come back fighting. Life has thrown some huge curveballs at us, especially in the last couple of years, because my youngest hasn't had the best start. She's been a little bit poorly, to say the least. But I won't give up. The magic could be there, literally just around the corner, waiting for you. And I want you to know that you shouldn't give up either. You should just keep trying, regroup yourself, take as many rests as you need to, but keep going back to it and chipping away, because the rewards are there for those who are willing to keep trying time and time again.